You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're right in the middle of something important, you're so close to the finish line, and then, bam, your screen freezes. Some weird error message pops up. It is one of the most maddening things about our digital lives. But what if I told you there's this invisible force, this unsung hero, constantly working to save you from that chaos? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on recovery testing.
So, before we jump into the solution, I want us to really feel the problem. Let's walk through a scenario that I'm betting is going to feel a little too real for a lot of you. Okay, picture this. You've been scrolling online for what feels like hours, and then you see it, the absolute perfect thing. It's the right color, it's your size, it's actually in stock, and hey, look at that, it's even on sale. It's like the universe is on your side. You don't even think twice. You just click. It's in the bag. Or, the virtual cart. You can almost feel it. You got your credit card out, you're ready to make it official. Victory is just one click away. You hit that checkout button. You see the little wheels start to spin. You're anticipating that little dopamine hit you get from a successful purchase. It's so close. And then, wham, the screen of death. You're just staring at some generic, totally useless error message. You mash the refresh button, only to find your cart is completely empty. That perfect item? Poof, gone. Vanished into the digital ether. And the frustration? Oh, it's real.
So what in the world just happened there? Well, behind the scenes, the whole system crashed. Maybe a server went down, maybe the network had a hiccup, who knows? But for you, the person trying to buy something, the big question isn't just that it failed, but what happens next? You know, when a system goes down, there are really two things we experience. The first is downtime. That's just the total amount of time the website was completely broken. But the second thing, and honestly, the one that matters way more for our sanity, is recovery time. This is all about how fast and how gracefully that system can get back on its feet. And that, right there, is where our hero comes into the story. And this brings us to this whole idea of recovery testing. It's this hidden behind-the-scenes process that can turn what should be a total digital disaster into, well, just a tiny blip on your radar. The easiest way to think about recovery testing is like a fire drill, but for software. Engineers will literally, on purpose, crash a system. They'll pull a plug, they'll shut down a server, they'll pretend the network just died, all to see what happens. Can the application pick itself back up? How fast can it do it? And the most important question of all, was any of your precious data, like your shopping cart, lost in the chaos?
Now, I know this might sound like some super technical thing that only engineers care about, but its impact is absolutely everywhere. You experience the results of good and, let's be honest, bad recovery testing in the apps you use every single day. Let's look at a few examples.
Okay, think about your banking app for a second. The stakes do not get any higher than this. You hit send on a money transfer and the app just freezes. Your heart just stops, right? Did the money go through? Did you accidentally send it twice? A system with good recovery testing will restart and show you the exact correct status of that transaction. That's not just about convenience, that's about fundamental trust.
Now let's go back to our shopping trip, but let's imagine it's on a site with really solid recovery testing. That same server crash happens, but this time it's just a momentary glitch. When the site pops back up a few seconds later, boom, your session is restored, and there they are, all your items waiting safely for you in your cart. Or what about your favorite streaming service? You're deep into a movie, you're at the best part, and the stream just dies. So annoying, right? But when it comes back, a system that's good at recovering doesn't make you hunt for where you were. It just picks up right where you left off, maybe just a few seconds behind. The failure was handled so smoothly, you barely even noticed it happened.
So when you start to put all these pieces together, you see that this isn't just about fixing bugs. It's really about building something called digital resilience. At the end of the day, the goal of recovery testing is both super simple and incredibly important. It all starts with accepting one basic truth. Things will break. Failure is just going to happen. So the real measure of a great system isn't that it never falls down, but how well and how fast it gets back up again.
It really all boils down to this one simple idea. Downtime hurts, but recovery saves. Every single second a service is down, it's costing money and making people angry. A quick, clean recovery saves your data, it saves your good mood, and really, it saves the day.
So, the next time an app you're using glitches for just a split second, and then just carries on like nothing happened, maybe take a moment to appreciate that unsung hero working behind the scenes. The very best systems are the ones that recover so well, their failures are completely invisible to us. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible heroes are out there, powering your digital life every day?